now. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Episode 3 for promotional use only. My brothers, Mills Brand here.
What up?
What's going on, y'all? Promotional use only TV, brought to you by promotionaluseonly.us. You sign up now and receive 25% off your first order when subscribing to our newsletter with code SIGN UP. You can go on promotionaluseonly.us, sign up, copy some new merch. Summer's coming. We got y'all loaded up. And we're gonna get this loaded for episode 3. So much things to talk about. What's happening with my brothers? How are we?
Absolutely. I'm good, man. How my brothers feeling today?
Good, man. Happy to be alive, man. You know.
Right.
Real. What's going on?
All right. Since we on the topic of that, before we proceed, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, Sean Reed, Kenneth Ross Jr., George Floyd, you know what I'm saying, and other countless brothers and sisters we done lost to police brutality and racist bigots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Adding it to the list, yo.
Yeah, man. Shit is bananas, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely thankful I'm alive. Thankful y'all safe and alive. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, yo.
I can understand, man. Segregation ended in 1967, bro. Martin Luther King got killed in 1968. We're 52 years removed for that. So a lot of those systematic oppressions just been passed down from generation to generation. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's how the country was built. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just how the country was built. So, like, I'm watching a video, you know what I'm saying, of George Floyd shit, and it's just disgusting because the man was like, he said it more than once, yo.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, I can't breathe, my neck, everything hurting, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's saying, please relieve me, like, please get off of me, officer. The nigga said it in, like, so many ways. The homie still got his knee on his neck, and then the other dude standing there looking like a fucking dickhead, like, standing in nowhere,
Chinese
yo. Like,
motherfucker, they don't care about your ass.
It's crazy, yo.
Crazy, man. And then it's people, 4 y'all on top of that. That's crazy.
People standing there like, yo, let him go. Like, you would think, like, after the whole Eric Garner shit with the I can't breathe, like, once you hear somebody say that, like, that should just be a trigger at, like,
motherfuckers should take it more seriously, right?
Yeah, like that should be a trigger. Like, oh, like, I mean, nigga he was still doing, like, that's crazy. But yo, those are tactics, like, that's nationwide, man. Like, I done seen my homies get chased down by the boys, and next thing you know, they on the ground with a knee in their back, like on their neck, and it's like, yo, that's like, I think that's some shit that they teach them, but like, it's that shit ain't called for, man. Like,
trash, man.
A lot of videos surfacing with just a lot of run-ins with people who like black people having bad run-ins with cops. You know what I'm saying? It's been forever. You know, we got cameras now, so now it just seems like it's more. But yo, just think about all those years when we didn't have camera phones, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's been going on for forever, man. Like I'm saying, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we 52 years removed. You got to think about it. That all this shit been passed down from generation to generation. So you got a 4-year-old around that time, 1967. Like they 56 now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they seen it.
So more or less, that cop, he looked like he was in his mid to late 40s. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just sad, man.
It's crazy because you see like old Time magazines that speak on racism back then, but it's like, yo, that shit is still prevalent right now. Like, it's like you could, all you gotta do is change the year, B. Like, you can sit there and look at James Baldwin's speeches when he's talking about from back then, and the shit is just, and it's so spot on to right now, though. Like, it's crazy, B. Like, it's nuts.
Rest in peace to the fallen brothers and sisters, man. Out there in Minnesota, man, when they're out there riding, you know what I'm saying? I understand their pain. Y'all just stay safe out there. You know
I ain't mad. Yeah, they got to stay safe. I ain't even mad at them. It's like, yo, what you expect cats to do, man?
Yeah. Niggas tired of protesting and all of that, man.
During a pandemic, you know what I'm saying? That's the craziest shit. During a pandemic, you know what I'm saying? Like, we in a worldwide pandemic, and like, this shit is still moving forward, like, in a pandemic. Doesn't make sense, man. I don't even know.
It don't matter, pandemic or not. That's always gonna be prevalent, man. Racism ain't never gonna change. Police brutality, you know what I'm saying?
It seems extra, man.
Kicking down these fucking doors and stop these peaceful protests, and you know what I'm saying? Revolution.
Yeah.
Revolution gotta be televised, man. We gotta do what we gotta do, man.
It should just seem extra, yo. It just seemed like cats is just overstepping their boundaries. Like, motherfuckers are sitting there calling the cops on black people for parking. You're not supposed to park on the line. You're not supposed. And it's like, yo, dude, what are you doing? Like, the fuck, mind your fucking business, man. Like, I'm so happy that shit happened to me.
With Shorty, she like, yeah, I'm gonna say it. He's an African American, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, it's crazy, yo.
Because he told you to put your dog on a leash. Like, it's posted all in the park. Like, yo, you're supposed to have your dog on a leash.
He's threatening me.
Yeah. Like, follow the fucking rules, man. But, you know, it's the entitlement shit, man. Like,
exactly.
It's
like they losing their minds because they've been in the house, 13 weeks, this whole shit. Like, yo, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, yo, like, every time I scroll on Instagram, I see another running B with a Karen situation and some shit like that. And it's like, yo, you would think that after seeing people getting taped, the motherfuckers is losing their jobs, that, like, you know what I'm saying, something to go off in their head, like, bing, like, yo, let me chill out. Like, nah.
And they just beat a chick out in Warsaw, a female. It was like 3 cops on it. Then one dude just got on the floor pounding on a black chick. I'm like, that's a female. Like,
it's a woman.
You
like,
gotta do all of that, man. It's crazy, man.
Ridiculous.
God bless, man. For sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but though, man. We
stay
here. We going into sports.
Nah. We're gonna tap into sports, man. I don't want to be depressed no more, man.
Yeah, word, right.
Yeah, that shit. Definitely.
That shit put a whole nother spin on it, man. But, you know,
word,
once again, you know, stay safe out there. But go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. You were saying something, Gunner. My bad.
Oh, nah, you was like this depression. I was like, speaking of depression, man, that's another thing. Like, you know, I know I was talking mental health.
Yeah, we're gonna tap into that for sure.
Yeah, like shit. That should have you depressed, man.
Yeah, well, man, for sure.
All of this shit.
All right. On the sports subject, I know they talking about NBA getting closer and closer to coming back. I saw with Damian Lillard, you know what I'm saying? He said he's not willing to come back if his team doesn't have a legitimate chance of making the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like, how y'all feel about that?
I feel him, though. Like I understand what I see it. I guess I see it from a few different angles. Like, I feel what Dame is saying, because, like, niggas could come back for them 5 to 7 games for no reason.
Right.
Fuck around and catch an ACL injury or something, be out all next season. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what could happen in them 5 to 7 games. Niggas get injured, and, like, these injuries that be happening now, like, them shits be serious. Niggas be out seasons. So I feel what he's saying. I feel what he's saying on that joint. Then you got the cats that's like I know Mark Cuban came up with a scenario today, like, talking about all 30 teams got to return. And they play they play like 5 to 7 games top, in the top 10 teams from each conference make it. So it'll be 20 teams in the conference, and then the bottom 6 teams all do a play-in tournament. And then another niggas is like, yo, nah. And then, like, cats is saying, like, yo, Mark Cuban is on some shit where, you know, he's an owner. So, you know, it's all about the marketing. And then he's like, yo, even though they're like, Mark Cuban trying to push Zion being in the playoffs, even though he ain't on his team, because he know what he's going to generate for the league and shit. But
because it's basically saying everybody was eliminated except for, I'm sorry, everybody would be in the scenario except for Golden State, and it was another team. I forgot the other team. They would be already be mathematically eliminated, but I forgot who the other team was.
Because I heard the Knicks is like 12th place right now, and I'm like, yo, you know how we doing these lockout seasons, baby.
How you feel about players potentially not coming back, just doing part to risking injury, Mike? How you feel about that?
Who's that?
How you feel about players potentially not coming back due to not risking any injury and shit like that, like Damian Lillard? How you feel about that, man?
I don't blame him. I mean, I kind of don't, man. Like, for right now, I don't even know, man. I think he's thinking long term about all of this shit. Like, this shit is a lot to take in for anybody to even be thinking about playing right now. He probably just like, yo, you know, I'm not with it. I saw some stuff with John Wall too. Him saying the same thing too. He might not, like, he's ready to go, but he may not like play. Like,
he ain't got to worry.
I think they just
he ain't got to worry about DC.
I think the force for entertainment right now is kind of just like, it's a force. Like, I know there's 3-on-3s. A couple I heard it's like 3-on-3s going on. LeBron, like, Karen there. Little practices going on. Everybody's geared up. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I don't know if there's, like, all these safety precautions that's going on. Well, it's the right thing, but I don't blame him. I think right now.
I feel him to a certain extent, but I'm just like, yo, at the end of the day, too, like, if y'all was doing what y'all had to do in the regular season, you wouldn't be having this argument. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all millionaires getting paid to play basketball, but I can understand the flip side of, shit, I can get hurt and be out 2 seasons. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. But I guess, you know, the everyday working person, like, we like, shit, I don't feel like going in today.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I feel it, but at the same time, I'm like, nigga, you getting paid millions to do this. So
that is true. That is true.
So if
I
you
mean,
just got
we all missed that shit. We all missed it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
So cats that's already contenders, that's already like 1 through 8, that's already seeded. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, fuck it, let's start the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it.
No, I think it's probably out of shape. Everything right now. There's no that. Yo, that's. When's the last time? It was like what, March? We in what, 2 months off?
13th.
Yeah. And that's why they were saying
March. Come on, can you imagine how like where everybody's at right now? Like,
yeah, they gotta get back in shape.
Need them games,
I think LeBron was saying that too on a podcast. He was like, "We need training camp at least." You know what I'm saying? To get ready, get our bodies ready.
That's what I'm saying. I see LeBron, like, you know, how many, you got to think of it. You got, the thing I learned from all of this shit is, like, everybody had different mindsets. You know what I'm saying? I think we saw over the break, we see LeBron was just going in the gym, crazy. And then you had people like McCullough, like, you know, I was just like, hey, I hope you guys got other ventures. You know what I'm saying? I hope you got your money in different places, et cetera, et cetera. So it's like, ain't no telling if he been in the gym or if any of these people is like, you know, still tapped in that space right now. They could be really just worrying about their family. Carl Anthony Towns, all these people. His family dollar. Let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? Like, his mom's dollar. Who's to know what his thought process is right now to step back on the court? You know what I'm saying? To play a game. You know what I mean? There's a lot of players just like really dealing with that. Patrick Ewing just came back. You know what I'm saying? Thankfully, he just came back to it. So I think we looking at it. I think it's us. We looking at it as a more entertainment joint that really want to do it. And those dudes, they want some extra bread because, you know, I think at the end of the day, even though they getting paid and stuff like that, that shit I think it still adds up. You know what I'm
playoffs, you get bread in the play. You get bonus in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why they just kind of jump into where it's at right now and whatnot. But shit,
these dudes just for going to that shit, right?
This shit's supposed to. What we at right now? We in about to be shit. It's supposed to be almost the finals.
Yeah, you get a bonus just going, and every round you get a bonus.
Yeah, so it's like these dudes got to go on a month probably of training. That's why LeBron's been doing like these little, like, I heard, like 2-on-2s and 3-on-3s and stuff like that. If anything, to just keep in shape and whatnot. But it's no telling what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, they were saying cats don't even be having access to basketball court. I'm like, what, nigga? You play ball and you don't have a court?
Yeah.
Like, nigga,
I don't.
Nigga, if I get a crib, if I got bread and I got a crib, yo, it's gonna be a basketball court in my crib, dude. Like,
exactly. Nah, they got access. Dudes is fronting. Dudes is.
Yeah, I'm just. You better go over Drake house, nigga.
Yeah, dudes is fronting, man. Dudes is fronting.
They were saying mad players don't have equipment. None of that. I guess because they used to go into training facilities and all that, so they don't gotta, you know.
Yeah. On top of that, so it's like, why waste my money on a gym when I got the training facility at my, you know what I'm saying, my beck and call whenever I need it.
The nigga like me had that shit right in the crib, nigga.
Yeah, but this was a major shift though. Nobody would have ever anticipated some shit like this happening. You know what I'm saying? So
this is
I can understand that realm of it too. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't thinking along these lines. So hopefully now moving forward, you know what I'm saying, people will just prepare for the worst. You never know what can happen.
Man, niggas gonna have to watch. It's gonna be mad home gyms. Where we at?
And I know you was talking about something, Gunna, in regards to NCAA, like absolute athletes getting paid now.
Yeah, they're getting paid now, yo. So what they were saying is so you know how the NCAA ain't paying the athletes. So like the student athletes that get paid off of their likeness from like outside and shit. So in the NCAA's kind of set it up a way where they'll still get money off the back end off those players. So like you think about March Madness. Let's say if I'm a nice player at March Madness. Let's say Ford want to use me. So it's somehow they're gonna have to go through the NCAA to use, you know what I'm saying, to use me.
Oh, okay. So it's
you know what I'm saying,
like the contract.
But like so like let's say right now, like if you are a Virginia Union star, you doing your thing in Virginia Union, whatever. And it's a car dealership, a local Richmond car dealership want to use me and pay me for using my, you know what I'm saying, using my picture and whatever. You could do that now, like, you know what I'm saying? So now niggas, you know, because before, like, in college, you know, niggas couldn't even work. Niggas couldn't do, they have work study. Niggas was selling wild bug.
Don't bring them back, don't bring them movies back, man. It's crazy, man. We'll say those stories for our HBCUs to highlight. You know what I mean? Crazy, man.
So you can't do nothing on work study. So You got to get it how you get it. So I feel them on that. Like,
about getting paid now too, man.
Yeah, they gonna get, so they getting bread now. Now they can get
That's
bread
good.
off of that.
Yeah,
so that's
they
what's
need
up.
college players always need to get bread, man. Like,
Yeah, especially the way NCAA is using them. Like at one point, I used to feel a way because it's like, yo, man, these niggas get free education and all that. And
Right,
they
right.
like take out loans and shit. But I always thought it should have been something that they should have did for them. But at first, I used to be against it. But yeah, B, like they making billions off these cats.
Billions
You know how that shit was gonna? Like, we used to be pop, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if we had $5 and was going to, and we had $5, nigga, McDonald's would be like Red Lobster. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we used to be pop, dog. So
man,
I can understand these athletes. So they, you know, they really can't do too much. You know what I'm saying? So more or less, I understand that.
They can't do nothing, B.
My whole thing is just moving forward. Like, all right, you getting paid in college. Like, I don't want them to think that, well, I'm getting paid here. Should I even go to the NBA? Like, you know, I just think the whole process of getting paid in college,
that shit is different.
Flip side, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you come to the league and you're a bust, then what? You know what I'm saying? So I guess it's just a whole different realm, but I respect NCAA letting, you know what I'm saying, these athletes get paid, because now they was going to the G League, they going overseas, you know what I'm saying? So NCAA gonna lose, motherfucker. Like, niggas ain't gonna
do that.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. That shit is moving honestly more faster than it's ever been in so long. Like, I'm gonna be honest, man. When I used to hoop, it was prep school and like certain shit about like overseas. Like, you was rare. Like, you know, we had mad high school standouts. So you heard everybody was going overseas. It became a thing. But I heard there's a lot of situations with that too. You know, it's different things. But a lot of people are taking that route. Yeah, a lot of people are taking that route though. A lot of people
you get paid, though. Like,
to
get
do
shit paid for out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like all that is paid for, taken care of.
And you doing what you love. It's like what you.
I gotta. Yeah, man. I feel it. And like you was
like, come on, you risking yourself. You get injured. We saw what happened to Zion. That could have been over in 3 seconds with that whole little split. It could have been all over. Everything just could have been done. You know what I'm saying? So these dudes, all these alma maters, they make a lot of money. A lot of money off these players, man.
Yeah, the university, they definitely make a lot of money.
Crazy.
I think they said they lost. I forgot how much, something in the billions, as far as with like how much NCAA has lost just doing part to the whole COVID
all
issue.
of that, and that's just
because March Madness, yo.
March Madness. The way they promo that shit, the commercials.
March Madness is dope.
Yeah. The way they promo that shit, they make everybody be wanting to go to college for that shit.
Yeah, facts, yo.
That's what it is.
Facts,
yeah, man. So, you know, we kind of shifting gears. You know how we do after we do our sports updates. Do a little gear shift here, man. So, you know what I'm saying? I know everything in relation to the whole coronavirus issue. And we touched on it a little early as far as like mental health. You know what I mean? In this case, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like your mental health, are you know what I'm saying? How important is it to make sure you're on top of that, especially in these times? And like for those that can't go see their doctors or, you know what I'm saying, speak with someone in person, you know what I'm saying, do we think virtual visits as far as with mental health is going to be an asset for people? Or, you know what I'm saying, do you think that physical presence is needed in these particular times?
Yo, I think, you know what I'm saying, I think physical presence is always needed. Like, even if we're going to talk about this later, even if you look at the versus battle, when you see Beanie and Bounty Killer together, it brings out the best of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's better to be with somebody than to be like separate alone. You know what I'm saying? It's more live because it brings, you know what I'm saying? So the physical is always going to be better. But like, if you can't do it, like, get on the phone, voice call, like, yo, that should go a long way, man, just to check on your people, see how they doing, just to talk. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to stay on man long, you know. Some niggas don't want to be bothered. Some niggas might talk your head off. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that shit, it work. Y'all go a long way. You don't even.
Have y'all ever dealt with any like mental health issues?
Like, I don't have mental health issues, but like a nigga just like, even like now I notice, like I be in the crib so much, sometimes I just gotta get outside, yo. Like, I gotta get out the house. Be like, I be feeling like I'm going, I don't know, like I'm losing it in this shit. Like,
like, that's real.
Funny.
I definitely went through that shit. Man,
yo.
And I didn't even know. I think it's something that's important. Like, I think as men, we got just so much like pride, so much ego, so much everything that we don't even be knowing, like you said. And it ain't even nothing like you just like, it's like you about to like jump off the roof or anything like that. It's just like your mind has so many thoughts. You know what I mean? And it's like to control them. You know,
just
even
gotta
like
get out.
just trying to get out. Whether it's just so many things, and even if it's just like a support team, like you said, a support team is mad important. Like just all of those things, just to like have conversations, maybe just to change your mood. You never know. But like I lost my father early, so for me, when I at 15, me staying in the bed, not eating for mad long and doing certain shit, I didn't understand that shit. But you understand and you like, yo, damn man, this is like saying me, I gotta shake this shit off. So understanding those things, you start reading later on, you was like, damn, that shit kind of like sent me through.
Sound like,
you gotta have older people, other people that just like tapping with you, just like, yo, come here, man, I got you. Like we gonna do and stuff like that. Like Elle was one of them people, like you could just chop it up, like, yo, let's go shoot some hoops or whatever. Let's get your mind off that shit, like whatever. So it's like, I don't even think certain, especially us, man, we don't even be wanting to have conversations to talk to that. Like I've had homies, I seen a post or something like that. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, yo, should be
like,
crazy.
I'm like, yo, first thing I'm doing, I'm hitting my homies up though. Like even the post, I'm like, damn, I didn't know they was going through that. But like, you never know. I think everything with Instagram and all this other shit that move mad fast, you think everything is just kind of just gonna like, you know, this person doing good. This person got everything. Like, nah, I done a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit is real. Like, even
I think. Go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead. No, I just think.
I mean, it's been around for forever. You know what I'm saying? I just think people just didn't know how to deal with it, and then now, of course, you got artists. You know what I'm saying? That's coming about talking about it a lot. You know what I'm saying? I think Charlamagne is like a big advocate for it now.
Right.
All due respect to that, you know what I'm saying? I just think more or less you didn't know how to deal with it before, you know what I'm saying? And then of course, like us just speaking to just talking to somebody in general, letting them know like what issues we dealing with. That's something that was kind of passé and passed on. Like that's something.
Yeah, you don't do that. Yeah, it's like nigga, strong nigga. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, we come from that community where it's like, ain't nothing wrong with you, that doctor. Fuck you,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can say, you know what I'm saying, a lot, like for me, I think it was just more or less like insecurities in the beginning. Like I don't think I've dealt with like any mental health things that I can kind of think of. You know what I'm saying? Of course, like, you know, with relatives passing, you're gonna be depressed for a period of time, you know what I'm saying? But I think for me early on, it was just insecurity issues, you know what I'm saying? Which kind of can transition over into a battle of depression or things of that nature. But you know what I'm saying? Like for me, I always been, as I got older, you know, I let a lot of shit you don't even think twice about no more. That's gonna affect you in that manner. So, you know what I'm saying? I think now just more or less we gotta make sure we available for each other. Especially in these times, you know what I'm saying? We gotta be each other's crutches, man. Keep lifting each other up. You know what I mean?
This is exactly what this, you know, we created this platform for, just to let everybody know, just to kind of just not even about all the topics. Like I get it. I think a lot of people we get over like crazy with all these like celebrities and stuff like that. We tap into so much and whatnot, but it's like it's us moving forward.
Take them breaks from like with social media, man. We already know, man. Don't get it twisted, man. Of course, everybody gonna see you at your best. That's what all of this shit is about. You know what I'm saying? The glitz and the glam, dog.
Right.
So
I was going to say something about that.
Yeah, it's just like, yo, don't let that be the basis of your life, like your life per se. Of course, everybody gonna show you when the sun's shining. You know what I'm saying? Let them show you when
that's it.
You know what I'm saying? So
I think that's what. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
I think that's what's like. I think the younger generation got like. I think that's why they deal with. You know what I'm saying? You see a lot of them being depressed and shit like that.
Yeah.
I think it has to do with the social media and they seeing other cats and they trying to like compete with them and
themselves to be like them. Yeah.
And that shit ain't real. Like it don't be real. Cats be faking big time. Like
sure. You and I know. You and I know, dog. You already know.
Like shit, I be seeing some of my peoples and I be like,
man, me too. Shit, me too, man. It's people we all know. You know what I'm saying?
It's people we know. Like,
it's a facade, dog. You know what I mean?
Niggas be grown, like,
shit, nigga. I ain't gonna divulge ages, but nigga, we grown. You know what I'm saying? So you already know, bro.
That's what we're gonna continue to do, man. We're gonna continue to keep it mad authentic here. Just talk about promotion song at the same time, giving information. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all two brothers, y'all had great time in colleges and all of those good things.
Yeah, man.
Me, small business owner, all of that. So that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? I think moving forward, we got some good laughs, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But moving forward is about that too. You know what I'm saying? Adding people in. So
yeah, that's why I was quick to do this, because like I need that outlet, man. Like a nigga be in the crib, been locked down. Like I get on. Sometimes I get on IG and hit up my mans, and then we'll be like 6 on FaceTiming each other. Yo, that shit is needed right now in this time, yo. Like it's really needed.
I think, you know what I'm saying, that's what it's about. Like that's all as well. Like people being there, you know what I'm saying, conversations and open up. You know what I mean? I think as men too, man, it's important. I think a lot of people be looking at it different. Females, women, they come together like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk, and I respect that 100%. Especially in my queen, especially in everybody.
Yeah, women, they do, man, and they be on it. Like, they
be on it. They be on it.
Plan nothing, they do it.
Yeah, they 100%. And I think us, it's the ego or just a whole bunch of like things on. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I.
Yeah.
What else you doing?
Facts.
What else you doing?
I was saying that to my man. I'm like, yo, when this shit is over, I want to be like how niggas was in Boomerang, how Martin and them meet up, how they work out together. Like that's how I want to be, yo. Like that ass, like for real, yo. Like you need that. Like especially cats is older now. We got families and shit like that. Like you need that outlet, yo. Like it's needed. So definitely.
Sure. Yeah, man. Just you know what I'm saying. Like I think if this taught us anything, man, it taught us to appreciate life more or less, but appreciate each other on top of that. You know,
your peoples, man.
You got close in your life, make sure they stay that way. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Don't just reach out when shit is going wrong. Like just need.
And that's
to be
what we do.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Funeral time. That's where the cats usually come together and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
for sure, man. So, you know, as we move along, now we talking about music now. So I know a few albums done dropped recently. You know what I'm saying? Which are as far as like the new albums that drop, anything that kind of stand out to y'all?
Man, I fuck with Gunna shit. I've been listening to Gunna shit. I'm rocking with some of the joint styles. I'm still rocking that.
Styles joint, yeah.
It's you know what I'm saying? It's real, like with music, that's another thing we just be talking about. I be trying to dive into a lot of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still waiting for like little shits like Drake. I'm still waiting for J. Cole albums. I'm still waiting for Kendrick. I'm being at this point.
Drake just dropped the joint, didn't he?
Yeah. That shit hard.
How was that?
That shit hard.
Right.
I fuck with it. I fuck he got some joints on it.
Typical Drake album.
Man, I like Future shit. I ain't even gonna lie, yo.
He got some joints on there, man.
He do, yo. He do, man.
Oh, you talking about Future? I heard some of the Future shit. I could get with some of them joints. Don't get me wrong. I heard Future joint. Drake shit. I still fuck.
Oh yeah, Drake joint is alright, yo. I like
it's regular Drake shit, man. It's you gonna get what you gonna get, man. You gonna get some
same Drake joint.
You gonna get some good 40 beats. You gonna get a lot of lyrical, you know, triple entendre like Hov. You gonna get all of that. So. Come on, I'm not gonna lie. I can't even. The whole he don't write his shit. I don't even care, man. He make good music. That's all I want to hear. So I'm tapping.
I think Benny the Butcher got some new shit out too.
You heard about
that?
Yeah, Benny
Damn, the Butcher. I'm slow motion on that. Damn, I gotta check that out.
Word, because my little cousin is one of them. It's either Benny or Conway.
Y'all fuck with Rod Wave?
Conway.
It's Conway. Okay.
Yeah, Conway joint.
Y'all fuck with Rod Wave or not?
Who?
Rod Wave, see, yeah, I probably might. Rod Wave.
Is that though?
Niggas is all owls.
Like owls, shit. Yeah.
Word.
You don't even know, see? Damn.
I don't know who that is, bro.
No, check, that's a good joint. I fuck with that joint. You know what I'm saying? I've been listening to shout out to that joint, Pray for Love. I fuck with that. That's an album I've been listening to.
I gotta check it out.
That's on my.
Check it out. Word. I'm gonna check it out.
We put out a lot of joints. I'm about to put out another playlist. This is shit that just like keep me creating it, cause I have like a different shit. Like we be doing shout out. You can check me out on Apple Music, Mills Brand, not to promote everything, but we do our playlist every consistent joint every drop. So these are joints that I'm going through that you can randomly just like keep going and creating and shit like that. These are joints that you're fucking with. So, and a lot of shit is R&B too. A lot of shit is.
That's my, R&B my shit, man.
Yeah,
I love
you fuck with Brent Fires? You fuck with Brent Fires? Sonda, dude from oh man.
Nah, but I'll fuck with it though.
Yeah, I'll send y'all some shit. Y'all some shit.
You got to keep us up on that joint, cause only thing I'm listening to That's new. It's Styles' album. So I'm still listening to Royce album from top of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was
my man
top.
John Hope. My man John Hope.
You.
Shout out to my man John Hope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Jeezy.
Yeah, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying?
Jeezy?
I ran into him at the I ran into him when I got off of work one day, him and his mans. Yeah, I was supposed to go see him at SOBs, yo.
Who that?
Yeah, my man we went to school with. My man.
Okay.
My man.
Rhode Island man.
Word. Yeah, he got his campaign. He's selling his stuff and his merch and all of that too.
Okay.
Shout out to my guy John Hope.
Yeah. I'm fucking with my dog Smoke Dizzard too. I don't know if a lot of people tapped in.
His last project was dope.
His
last project was dope.
This is like heavy shit that's just like in my rotation. Like I put him in. His new shit is hard though. His new shit is
the most recent joint that dropped. Yeah.
I'm gonna give him that shit because I don't want to be forgetful and shouting out people. But that shit is tough too.
For sure.
Closed Mouth Don't Get Fed. Please check that out. Please check that out. That's a new joint, and he also put out the joint with Benny the Butcher too.
Yeah, that shit dope too. For sure.
I fuck with Thundercat album.
But like that came out this year. I think those two joints that came out. I don't know if it came out. The Benny Butcher joint came out like the end of last year. This joint. Those so far, like if I had to do like a mid-year review of everything, like those are like the most underrated projects. Those two, I think that Smoke Dizzard project is really good.
Smoke Dizzard shit is
Smoke he put out a good body of work on that joint.
Yeah, mad people told me to get Smoke Dizzard shit. They was like, yo, make sure like niggas was definitely pumping that.
Yeah, man. So like, are we putting into like artists like their artwork? Is that something that you kind of pay attention to more now, considering everything is streamed, or was that something like the past as far as with like artist album, their artwork?
I always paid attention to that shit. Like that's what really got me on. That's what got me on No Limit in all them niggas. Like, it was a lot of whack ass No Limit albums that I copped just because the shit had the tank on the back and the artwork was dope. Like it was a lot of niggas that I shouldn't have copped other than Master P, Silk, and C. I'm looking at them. I'm like, yo, that shit is dope. And I'm like, yo, I got the tank on it, and I got a whole bunch. So yeah, definitely always paid attention to artwork, yo.
So that's
is that something we paying attention to now, considering everything is streamed? So more or less,
this is a good talk because
that album come out, you can stream it and skim through the shit. You ain't paying attention to the artwork like before, where you had to go to the record store and see shit, and you physically in the presence to cop it.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel you. Like now, I don't care. I don't think I really care. But even though like I still like good artwork, yo. I still need some artwork.
If a good artwork, like say you see an artist and you see like, all right, good artwork looks fire, clean, like damn, this person, because at the end of the day, this person is an artist, correct? So we're going off based by either are we going by their lyrical concept, are we going by, their artwork, everything, everything. Because if we look at what's our favorite album right now, Pray for Paris. The artwork was fire. The digital
artwork fire.
There you go. The merch was fire, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, what are we? That's what I'm trying to say. Like overall, or is that just like kind of like that goes with the brand?
I feel what you're saying because it goes with the brand.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it we rating that joint kind of like that's for the brand, but the project gotta have that 1 from 15. I gotta be able to listen to like 10 of these, the 15 songs rocking. That's how I can rock with the project. So how will we? That's what I really want to know. Like for this day and age, what we doing? Because
I think for Westside, that fit his brand more or less. You know what I'm saying? That's just basic. Like you look at all his album art covers, even with mixtapes, they all kind of similar as far as with the theme, right?
All right.
More or less, when I'm looking at a project, I'll peep the artwork because I think his shit was kind of like hologram. You know what I'm saying? With the whole head, taking the head off and all that.
Yeah.
I think his shit was kind of hologram, but at the end of the day, I'm still listening to the album in total. So I'm listening to your production. I'm listening to how it flow. And of course, I'm listening to your lyricism in there. He's probably not the best lyrical wise as far as with the group, but he put together a hell of a project with Pay for Private.
He did, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. Because I thought I wasn't going to like it. I'm like, yo, I can't listen to this cat for a whole album. But nah, Pray for Paris is hard. And I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they got the Wu-Tang influence anyway. But if you think about Wu-Tang, yo, they always had crazy artwork, yo.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it depends on the artist. Be like, you know, Hove had dope artwork, but Hove shit was simple. His shit to be simple and fire.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it depends on the person.
Simplicity at its finest, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at Reasonable Doubt artwork. That shit bland as hell, black and white.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit fire
that
though.
album is shit. Arguably, could be like top 10 albums of all time. You know what I'm saying?
But like when you look at the artwork, it's like I can fuck with it. Just like Volume 2. You know what I'm saying? Like you open a book with him on the Billy. Like shit is hard. Like but it's Hove though. Like Hove can do that shit.
Yeah, shit.
Word, man. It depends on the artist. You think about Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes artwork.
Always
crazy. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, yo, especially how everything is busy now.
His album goes with his artwork because you know Busta Rhymes should be all over the place. His artwork is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like it depends on the artist, yo. Like if you think H&I-C,
yo, he had some of the most best artworks ever, dog. I remember his extension level event. I remember when he had the whole.
Think about it, yo.
His videos used to be stupid.
Look at his videos and look at it. Think about his beats, yo. That nigga Bust picked some good ass beats, yo. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Like artwork don't mean shit.
Really,
like, nice.
Not now. Back in the day, yeah.
Yeah, like if you nice, you nice. You know what I'm saying. Like Kendrick had dope artwork. I say like on a few projects, the damn shit was regular. You know what I'm saying. But the nigga Kendrick is Kendrick, so it goes with the artist. Like I think it depends on the artist, B.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I think now it's not as prevalent as it was back in the day. We had to go to an actual record store and cop the record.
Yeah, because you ain't got no booklet.
Yeah, now if you got a subscription, you know what I'm saying? Everything will come out so automatically because I subscribe to Tidal. So when this shit come out, I'm just listening to the music. Like then I look at the artwork. Like I don't even pay attention.
Don't care about that. So I guess we get all agree and everything at the end of the day. Top of the bottom.
It mattered more in the past, not so much now.
Yeah.
So we going with it's basically the music at the end of the day.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah, man. Our versus recap, man. Memorial Weekend. It was two of them joints. Bounty Killer versus Beanie and Jagged Edge versus 112. On the reggae side, I think everybody saw how big reggae like really is, more or less. And the kind of energy they bring. You know what I'm saying? That shit was the best one so far, hands down.
The best one, yo.
That was best doing a pepper seed in the crib. Shit had you doing the
most wilding in the crib, yo.
Wilding. You was just out here wilding every minute. You was catching you had your chick, you was catching a dog in the crib.
Fact.
That shit was
wilding.
Yo, I was telling y'all, you ain't been to a party till you've been to a Jamaican party where they just playing strictly reggae from the top to bottom.
And the cops came. The cops came. It even had the cops come in. Yo, that's how you know it's a real thing.
Oh, that was the best part to me. I thought that was the best. Like, that
nigga Bounty Killer was out too.
Seen him, he was out. He was gone. He was like, "Killer, come back."
Word.
They
wasn't trying to fade that at all.
They said they're not stopping us. They're not going to stop.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to that Jamaican Wi-Fi, man. That shit was. I think we gotta salute.
That shit was working.
Yeah. They was in the same room. You know what I'm saying? Music was
together.
Same spot in Jamaica. That's what.
They had to do that though.
Cause they be having this records at I think that they need to do more reggae joints, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh yeah, they got to. They
was doing back and forth. When they was going back and forth, that shit was the best, man. I was like,
they got to, yo. They got to, man, because it's like you see how that one was, and then you go to the Jagged Edge 112 joint, you like,
that shit was.
I watched like 10 minutes of that shit. I was like, nah, I can't do
it. Wi-Fi was fucked up. That's the those shit was like
Jagged Edge.
That shit was like you had a Nokia box phone. Like that shit was just
and then they did the behind the scenes. Like these niggas had a whole setup, and the sound quality still was trash. I'm like, come on, yo.
That's how Teddy Riley was, yo. When he had his shit, Teddy Riley had the band the first night. Nigga had Babyface was alone. Nigga, Babyface was like, I'm here alone in my studio, so
right.
With candles. With
candles and the Grammys in the background and the centerpiece.
Teddy from Harlem, man. You know how y'all are, man. I gotta put on the show.
Homie in the background.
Nigga had the Grammy and all that. Nigga, Harlem, man. You know Harlem. He had the big homie in the background.
Y'all gotta put on the show, bro.
Always.
Nigga had on the we had on that little velvet outfit. We had Little velvet
With
track.
the Beijing popping in the goatee. You know how that goes. Zing. Yeah.
Get out of here, man.
Wow, man.
Yo, they need to do more, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I would love. They need to do more of the reggae joints. I forget about.
Got to. They have to, man.
They have to, man. If
They
they
have to, bro.
I'm hoping for a Movado. I hope they really can figure out a way to do a Movado.
Yo, they gotta do Movado.
Yeah.
That would
bougie be out. They gotta get a bougie.
Buju.
A bougie. They get a bougie Bantan.
Yo, because these dudes, you know what's so crazy is because these dudes all have like little battles and little. Like,
Yeah. They had their clashes in the past for sure.
You get an Elephant Man, Sean Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be.
They got stupid commercial hits, so that'll be dope too. You know what I mean?
And that's the shit. Even for the commercial shit that people fuck with, man, they got other shit that's on their albums, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Man,
yo, then the rhythm is alone, you know what I'm saying? So
even if you're not in, even if you like, because I think we have West Indian family. I mean, even if you're not a part of that shit, you just get into that.
As you saw with they battle, yeah.
So it's like,
yo, they battle had me going crazy, yo. Had the whole, yo, we was wild in the crib, yo.
I was in my yard wilding, dog. That shit was the best, yo.
Wow. Yo, I still want to see Dipset G Unit, man. That's what I want to really see,
in the unit? Yeah,
I want to see Dipset in the unit, man.
Yeah, that'll be hard, man. I want to see the Lox. I just don't know against who, though.
Yeah, ooh.
I just don't know against who, though. I want to see the Lox, though.
That'd be crazy. I'm trying to think.
That gotta be groups, too, because, like, damn.
I still want to see Drew Hill, man. Like,
yeah, they were saying Drew Hill. I forgot who else they were saying against.
Yeah, Drew Hill would be a good one, yo. Like, them niggas they got some shit.
They doing the girls again this weekend. It looks like he's trying to do TLC, I guess, versus SWV or Escape. That's the new joint.
Oh, I thought they was gonna have SWV versus Escape at one point, but yeah, I could see that, man.
They see that.
TLC gonna get watched no matter because TLC ain't really had the hits part. If they doing 20 songs, you can't give me 20 TLC joints, man.
They gonna be like Nelly, the diamonds, like on some diamond shit, but you can't really go crazy.
They're gonna be 7 and 8, and then it's gonna be a rap after that.
It all depends on the songs that go up against each song, man. Like I thought, even like I said, even when Buju and Beanie was just going back and forth, like
bouncy a bit,
just the songs that were just like to go up against each other was just crazy. And then when they got to the rhythm part, if you know what rhythm is, and that's when it just started to go to a different level. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
Niggas went EDM. They had when they went EDM, I was dying. I'm like, yo, nah.
Yeah, man. That shit, man. Just the energy alone, man.
Yo,
I hope if you underappreciated or undervalued, you know what I'm saying, reggae, I hope that changed your mind, man, because just that energy alone, man.
Beanie Man motivation. Niggas was killing each Beanie Man with the memes and shit, saying he had the old lady on the stomach. He was killing her. So he had
it don't even matter, yo.
They got that nigga on the net. You see him now, he working out, he's like, nah.
Yeah, man. Shit got him working out. He like, yo, y'all ain't gonna be getting at me no more.
Yeah, you don't see too many Jamaican dudes like that, you know what I'm saying? So that's different. Yeah, man.
That nigga living good, man.
Yeah, man. So we closing out, you know what I'm saying? Been another episode 3. We kind of winding down. I think Mike had something he wanted to do for the episode 3 to close out.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna go. I mean, these rapid fires. A way to just let everybody in tune with like just us. You know what I'm saying? What we like, what we enjoy. Just to get in tune with us. So we got L this week. You know what I'm saying? We caught that with number 1. It was my guy Manhattan Brown with his. So this one with L. So if you don't know, we're gonna do 90 seconds, 20 questions, 90 seconds.
God damn, nigga. 20 questions, 90 seconds? Yeah. That's a lot, family. Let's get it done.
Rapid fire, man. Rapid fire. Get the time. Let me get the time ready, man. It's not that much, man. Lord.
All right, let's get to it, B.
All right, let's do it. Ready, go. All right. Favorite player of all time?
Kevin Garnett, man. I ain't even
favorite sport?
Favorite sport? It's a tie, basketball and football, man.
Got you. Favorite rap album of all time?
Reasonable Doubt.
Favorite food?
Lasagna.
Favorite color?
Black.
Favorite movie of all time?
Malcolm X.
White tees or black tees?
Along with the book too. My bad. Black.
Black. Biggest lesson you learned in life thus far?
Never. Biggest lesson I learned. Don't think everybody thinks the same as you. You know what I'm saying? Your thoughts are different from everybody else. So don't think everybody else is thinking along the same lines as you.
Best advice you received?
Don't follow no one. Go by your own code.
Red or white wine?
Red.
Favorite thing to do on off time?
Spend time with the fam, man.
Favorite college moment?
Yo. Damn, yo, it's too many, man. Shit. I guess I had to go to the essence, man. Look at staring at Gunner, man. My first day there, man. Us having
Niggas grilled each other.
our fight. Us having our fight, man. That's how I got to essentially, you know what I'm saying?
My brother.
Concert you attended?
Say it again.
Favorite concert you attended?
Hove in the Barclays when he opened up.
I was there with you 100%. One thing you take from during this quarantine. Learn from during this quarantine.
Should just appreciate family and friends, man.
Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Not last album or song you listen to?
Tom Styles P. That's
Favorite,
my jam right now.
Favorite vacation spot to visit?
Bahamas.
Chess or checkers?
Chess, man.
Oh, got it. All right, made it last literally.
Damn, yo, we gonna get into them HBCU moments, man. But it's so many, man. I gotta start with the essence, man. I gotta start how everything began, and then we transition on how everything transpired, man.
Shit was hilarious, B.
Bro, shooting, it's so much shit, man. So much, man.
We gotta get into that, man. We're gonna get into that.
We're gonna get into that. Next episode, we're gonna
definitely a lot of those things. We're gonna get to adding on some people too to get the some people that we talking on. We're gonna do a lot of things moving forward. Appreciate everybody that's subscribed to us. If you haven't, check us out. Promotional Use Only TV. Check us out on YouTube, also on Instagram. Promotional Use Only Pod. Just follow us there. There, you can follow me at Millsbrand on Instagram as well. And from all the guys, go to
Manhattan Brown.
Coach _ Brooklyn, you know what I mean?
Word. You can hit me at Manhattan Brown.
Promotional Use Only TV. Yes.